Katzen back here along with
Mike McCleary.
Glad to have you here. Hoping you're having a great day. It's beautiful, sunny here in downtown Austin today. We are live right now. It's actually 1 minute to 2. So it's pretty much 2 p.m. Central in the afternoon. And the whole reason why we're here is we've got some great training for you. So me and Mike are going to actually be going through these products. So you can see some of them aren't even opened yet. The whole process from when we research the products, we're going to talk about keyword research. We're going to look at the opportunities. We're going to show you good opportunity versus bad opportunity. And then we're actually going to end it off by even looking at the listings and showing how you can optimize the listings better. But I was hoping that with the whole purpose of today is I really wanted you to be able to see from the marketing side and the consumer side, so that when we tell you things about optimizing for keywords and everything, the whole mindset you want to get into when you start doing market research, so you can think of it from the customer's perspective. But of course, the whole reason why you're here, hopefully for some good training, you're also here to learn more about, the Amazing Selling Machine, this awesome opportunity that we put together with this system that we've had now for over 5 years, where we've created multiple millionaires, all teaching them this system for creating your own brand of physical products that you first of all leverage selling on Amazon. You leverage this platform, sorry, I gotta clear my throat. You leverage this platform that right now is by far the biggest shopping platform on the internet. It gets about 55% minimum of all buyer search activity, 200 plus million searches a month just on Amazon.com. Amazon Prime, they're getting millions and millions of people, free shipping. It's a platform that you get to tie in so effortlessly. And so the time is running out, because if you go to asmnow.com, or you go to the AmazingSellingMachine.com, however you want to go to it, but asmnow.com, nice and easy to type in, you'll come to this page and you'll see 11 hours, 58 minutes, and 17 seconds. So we are closing the doors tonight at midnight, and so you're not going to want to miss this opportunity. And the big thing, we just talked about this, the amount of value we're going to be giving you in this video. We want you to understand, you're going to get so much value here, but this is just not even the tip of the iceberg as to what these guys especially have put together in the training. And maybe you could just go over real quick what's covered in the 8 modules in the ASM, and then we can get into some training here.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Jason. We cover the entire business from beginning to end. Whether you've ever or never had a business of your own, where you've never sold products online, it doesn't matter. I never did anything like this at all before I started selling on Amazon. So anyone can do it. Trust me, Rich Henderson tells me all the time, if I can do it, you can do it. And the training modules take you from the very beginning, where it's all about product selection in module 1, which opens up in less than 12 hours. Or is that right? Or no, I always get that wrong. 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Don't let me do any math today. It's been a long week, but tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central, we open up the first module, and you'll learn everything about product selection. We walk through the entire process about going through all our different criteria, how to find the products. We even give you a tool to use free for a month and a half, just to make the process the easiest it's ever been. So it's an awesome set of training. I just got done looking at the most revised training. Rich Henderson actually made an update like 20 minutes ago to make sure it's as relevant as possible to you. Then the next module is about finding your suppliers for those products, because if you can't find someone to make that product, it doesn't really help you out. So we share with you exactly how to find suppliers, whether they're in the United States or whether they're overseas. There's nothing to be worried about, because it's it's a simple process once you know where to find them, how to find them, and how to communicate with them. Then in module 3, you actually get samples arriving at your home, so you can physically see the several different products that you're looking at and test them out, compare them to your competitors. You might want to buy online. You can see exactly what kind of quality you'll be getting from your suppliers and make a decision on what product you want to sell. Module 4, you actually go in there and place your first inventory order, which, think about that. That's 3 weeks from tomorrow. In 3 weeks, you could be ordering your first order ever of inventory from several thousand miles away and almost be ready to sell on Amazon. It's kind of crazy to think how much your life can change in the next 3 weeks. Then module 4 is not only about creating your first order, it's about building your brand assets. And we're going to walk you through all the different, almost completely free, like very few of them cost anything at all. 90% of these brand assets, like YouTube and Facebook and Pinterest and several others, they're completely free and they're completely powerful. The big companies use them. We'll show you how to get those set up and how to use them. Then in module 5, we start getting ready for your product launch, which is a pretty exciting time. Your products haven't arrived yet, but once they do arrive, we want you to be right and ready to go, have everything taken care of on your listing so that when your products get there, you can start launching that product right away. And speaking of launch, that's what we talk about in Module 6. We go over what's called the launch, blitz, and rank. You may have heard of our own launch and rank strategy. We've added another component called the product blitz to it as well. It makes us even more exciting and powerful than ever. And we have members, we talked to several of them last night, that are getting first page search rankings using our whole strategy of launch, blitz, and rank for products that just launched a week ago. It's really incredible and powerful. Then Module 7, we talk about all these different types of traffic strategies and traffic channels, such as Amazon marketing services, sponsored products. We talk about Google in there. We talk about Pinterest. We talk about headline search ads, brand store pages. We have several different channels that never existed even 5 months ago because we're constantly adding in new content and new ways for you to get traffic. And traffic is key. And we're going to be talking about that during the session right here. And then Module 8, once you have your product up and selling, you see how this business works, you'll be cruising along. It'll be amazing. But the next step is automating and scaling that business because you don't want to just replace a job with another job. You want to replace your job with an asset and a business that runs all by itself, runs on automation overnight while you're sleeping. We'll show you exactly how to do that. And even while you're doing that, still scaling the business so that you can truly change your life and have all the freedom you ever hoped for.
Very cool, very cool. So we're also going to be, in just a couple of minutes, we're going to be giving away an Amazon gift card, $100. So if you haven't already, please share these posts, like it on YouTube, leave a comment on YouTube, and on Facebook, share the post, and we are going to pick a random winner from that. We actually have 3 of them that we're going to be giving away today, most likely. So we're going to be giving away this first one in a few minutes. So make sure you share and like this post. Comment on Facebook, comment on YouTube, comment on Facebook too, please. We want to hear from you. So one of the things that we want to talk about today is we're going to be walking you through 2 products. And one of these products is earning, how much did we estimate it's earning a month?
$180,000
$180,000 a month from one product. And it's really, I guarantee you when we open up the product, when we start talking about it, you'll be surprised. So we're really looking forward to that, to be able to get in that and share some things with you. So what I want to do then is, actually, let's do this first. Let's now, we're going to do the price. So I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on here. There we go. So you have 2 minutes right now. So Mr. Rich Henderson, I know you can hear us. If you could please put a winner, give it to Mike when 2 minutes is up so we can announce who this first winner of the $100 Amazon gift card is. So before we get into the training, what I'm going to ask everyone to do as well, too, if you haven't already, say hello and where you're from. We'd love to know where you're from. I love doing call-outs on these things. Already I see Yisha from Dallas, Texas. So it's good to have you. See a lot of people on here. So if you want to say where you're from, and if you've joined ASM, put it in there too. Just say, yep, I'm already a member, or I'm thinking about being a member, anything like that. And we'll do some, and wow, look at this. Sabina from Hungary. I am ASM 8. Becca from Los Angeles. Alexander from the UK. Ryan from New York. Awesome. Do you have some people over there we can give a shout out?
Yeah, I see Rowena, I see Elena, Ben DeVrisen is and his partner and his wife are also on here as well. They're successful stories. They've been traveling in an RV. That's what this life has got for them. Look at this, Alicia, Aiden has a question. I'll start flagging some of these questions,
sure,
and then we'll definitely get them. So if you do have questions, be sure to ask them below, and Rich Henderson will be going through them. Jason and I will go through them, and we'll get to them as often as we can throughout the entire presentation.
Absolutely. So again, you got 35 seconds to share or like or comment on the post. And so I got Tanisa, ASM, Churi, ASM 8, Karen from Florida, ASM 8, Eduardo from Rochester, Huda from Morocco. Right on. So it keeps going. Nebraska, Brazil. Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much for being here. All right. So we are about to get, what we're going to do here is I'm going to get to the next page. That timer will be out. And I am going to show you real quick as, so what I was doing is the other day I was sitting we were sitting there trying to think about what would be some good live calls. And I started thinking and looking around the room and saying, what are a couple things that I need to buy that I'm actually in need of with this room? So I identified 2 things that I wanted to buy for that room. And I thought, wouldn't it be useful for me to show people on a video the whole buying process and how Amazon uses that to really give you these prime keywords that you want to start using and leveraging for when you start optimizing for your products. So that's what I'm going to show you here. Is I'm going to show you how it looks like, it's expired now. So make sure Rich gives you that, because I want to get there right away. So we're going to walk you through, first of all, the keyword process. Then we're going to look at the listing, and I'm going to talk about, what made me choose that product, why I chose it over the competition, whether the product is a good opportunity or not. Then we're going to open up the products, and we're going to talk about how the products, the perception we got from them, if there's any ways we would recommend if we were going to do these products, how we would make them better. And then finally, we're going to look at these products on Amazon, and we're going to actually talk about how we would optimize the listings, so that if you went for any of these products, you would know our opinions of them, but also how you could improve on them. A lot of people ask, how can we compete with people that are already established, or how can we compete with big name brands? And we're going to show you that right here, actually. So
we have a winner. May I have the gift card, please, Jason? He's not going to hand it to me. Thank you.
I did.
So the first winner is Rowena Scorsese. So Scorsese, Rowena Scorsese, congratulations. You win the first of several $100 Amazon gift cards. There's nothing you need to do. You just will expect a message from us at Amazing sometime over the next 24 hours. We'll give you the details on exactly how to get your free $100 Amazon gift card. Now, even though you just won, and anyone else who's just shared, keep sharing, because we're going to give away more of these. And every time you share, and every time you already have shared, those all count. And Rich Henderson will be picking out a random winner later on. We have a couple more to give away. So please share, get this to as many people as possible, because the more people that watch this, the more people have the opportunity to change their lives. And speaking, I'm one of them. So yeah, definitely share this as much as you can.
Excellent. Okay, so here we go. I just want to make sure that I've got everything set up. So the other day, what I did is, the first thing that I noticed is that the room had no hangers. So there was a closet, and there was absolutely no hangers anywhere. So I just thought, hey, what about hangers? So I went to Amazon, and so the first thing you do is there's different levels. For example, me, I don't know exactly what I'm looking for. I know I'm looking for something. So I'm going to first kind of go general with my search. So I just typed in hangers. But then you notice right away it says non-slip, plastic, non-slip velvet, space saving. So right away, you go from a broad term to all of a sudden now Amazon starts showing you all these narrow terms. So right away, as I'm typing this in, right away, Amazon's already giving you suggestions as a shopper. It's saying, oh, let me help pre-fill in the thought for you. Are you looking for any of these? Because these right here concerning the word hangers are the most popular terms we have right now that people are searching for. So I'm looking at this from a consumer, I'm looking at this and it's like, oh, cool, it's saving time for me. It's showing me exactly what I want. I know I want the velvet hangers. So I go, and instead of just doing that, I just go to non-slip velvet. But if I just went to hangers, what's going to happen is you're going to get, a whole bunch of different things. You're going to get wood hangers, you're going to get plastic hangers. But what's cool right away is Amazon's already showing you that just for the term hangers, that velvet is the third most popular phrase. So right there, I know, okay, so hangers, non-slip velvet, that looks really cool. So then I go down here and I start looking at the listings. And so one of the things that draws my attention, first of all, is 1,285 reviews. For this to be Amazon's choice, to be about $22, but to have 1,285 and all 5-star reviews, I'm like, wow. Right away, and well, maybe I didn't go, wow, it's hangers, but I was just blown away. So I look at those, and right away I click on them, and I bring this in, and I look, they've got a good image. We have the contrast up quite a bit on here just so that you can see it on the screen, but it really is, this is a nice quality image. It shows you the product being used in various different ways. It's giving me really good help. Like right away, I'm able to see, because you got to remember, the shopper does not get the opportunity, like when they go into Walmart, to be able to pick it off the shelf and decide what they want. You know, by looking at it, feeling it, they have to be told by you. So this person has to explain to me, this is why you want to use our product. Let me show you every good thing about it. So then I go down and I see, you know, you've got the bullet points. They're pretty decent. The one thing I don't like about the way this person has the bullet points, actually, we'll get into that more later, but it's a pretty good listing. And so I bought it. So those were the hangers that I went. Very quick and simple. There wasn't a lot of search. I didn't want to overcomplicate it. I went to Amazon. I started with the word hangers. Right away, Amazon said to me, oh, hangers? Well, here's our top 10 list of the most popular searches. So boom, I went right to the one that I wanted. Made it very, very simple, streamlined, and fast. Then the other product that I went for. So let me go back here. This one was a little bit trickier. So when I was on Amazon, so I noticed in the bathroom that there was no garbage can in there. So I thought, I need to look for a garbage can. So I typed in garbage cans, garbage can. And then I just wanted to, I looked down here. I didn't see anything that right away hit my mind, because it was for this bathroom. So I just hit, I want to see what they have for garbage cans. So when I went to garbage cans first, they got everything from huge 32-gallon outdoor garbage cans to you know, big outside ones to small ones. So it's like, well, that's not what I want. And then I thought, well, actually, no, I should say bathroom. So let me refine this. And so instead of just putting garbage can, I decided, okay, let's put bathroom garbage can. So then now I've filtered down my list even more. And so now I'm looking, and so I'm looking around, and I decided it's like $19, $7, oh, $12. This one's not too bad. So it's like, I like the aesthetic because the picture has to be very clear. This is why Amazon wants you to have a crisp, clear white background. I can see this product very clearly. And there's not a lot of definition to it, but because it has the white background, I'm able to see just the product. So that's something really important. So then I click on this. You know, it doesn't really tell me much. The title isn't very good. This is a great opportunity, not very many pictures, but I look at these two pictures and I'm like, yeah, okay. So this is the other product that I ordered. So that's the process I went through. So I just want you to see the examples. So how Amazon takes the word that you're looking for and they right away try to tell you what's popular. So a big important thing with this, a lot of people when they're looking at keyword research, they say, oh, what keyword tools should I use? Oh, let's use Google data. Let's use all this other data. You want to, when you're starting out, you want to use Amazon data, because all of that keywords that Amazon is suggesting, those are 100% targeted to what is happening right on Amazon. This isn't like this is happening on Google, so it might relate to being on Amazon. No, you're using data right from Amazon. So for example, if I'm in even the bathroom garbage can market, let's just say I am, like right now, I would say, okay, I definitely know I need to have bathroom garbage can because Amazon's telling me that that's pretty good. But what else can I have? So I just go space, and all of a sudden they're saying with lid, set, plastic, white, yellow, slim. Like these are all the keywords. So you find the keywords here that Amazon's telling you, this is what you want to optimize your listing for.
You know what's really interesting about that is, you know, we really do get together, Matt, Jason, and Rich and I. We always talk about ways to improve the training, to make things more simple for everyone. And when we talk about keyword research, there's a lot of different options out there. There are some that take a little bit of tech savvy, like Google Keyword Planner. There's looking into sponsored product ads, really pulling out the data. But then we all start talking about, you know what? One of the easiest ways and most powerful ways is just what Jason did. Use Amazon to tell you exactly what people are searching for. So from the consumer perspective, you see it. And now Jason's showing you from a seller's perspective, how easy and powerful it is to find these kind of keywords.
And how these keywords are created, because as the person is going through the shopping process, and the cool thing is, that's what they talk about long tail and short tail keywords. What a long tail keyword means is you've got the exploratory keywords. Like let's say, for example, you're going on Amazon and you want anything. Like I said, like you want a garbage can. you'll always say, well, I know I need a garbage can. So you'll start off more general and broad, but those are very rarely the converting terms. Those are very rarely the terms that are actually your money-making terms. And in fact, if you were on the call last night, you heard Dana talk about that she actually re-optimized her terms that were for less traffic, but her sales went up like triple. And so that's what I'm trying to show you here is it's once the consumer gets down to the, like, I want a bathroom garbage can. That's not as, like, I might say I want a pink bathroom garbage can, but you want to get to those, down to those root keywords that are the ones that the person is actually in the mindset. You know, if I'm looking that specifically for something, I definitely am in the buying mindset. I'm not sitting there, you know, because people don't go to Amazon to, what is a bathroom garbage can? You know, that happens on Google, or yeah, on Google, but on Amazon, when people type in those words, they're ready to put their money down. So those are the keywords you want to focus on. Did you want to go over your example, or
you know what? We'll do when we do the other stuff on here.
Yeah. Okay. Do we want, you know what, instead of going right to the next part, so these are the two products that I got. So we are gonna go through the listing. I just want to look at what time it is. Okay, it's 1:15. So a big thing, a couple of extra things with the keywords. So when you're doing keyword research, and the training, again, like, I want you to understand that what we're teaching you here is just like not even one lesson inside of the Amazing Selling Machine. But we're just trying, you know, for those of you that just want to get started, start learning some extra stuff here, you know, these are good tips. That the order of the keywords that Amazon provides here too are in order of traffic. And so, you know, if you, for example, like set, that means Amazon's telling you that that's searched for more than this. And another thing is you also want to rearrange terms, because I didn't, for some reason, when I was looking at garbage can, I didn't think, when I was doing it, I didn't think of just typing in, you know, bathroom after it. But you'll see right away bathroom and bathroom with lid. But what this is also telling me, and this is a good tip, that because there's only 2 terms that showed up, garbage can, bathroom, that's a much less popular search term than the other one, because there is so many variations of it. But the good thing about that means you definitely want to use these ones too, but more than likely the other ones will be providing you the more value for sales. So I think that's pretty good. I mean, I don't really want to go into too much more detail on the whole keyword search side. But what I want to do now is, why don't we get right into maybe,
Should I be the unboxing specialist?
Yeah. So one thing we wanted to show you is that, so first of all, we've got 3 different packages here. So you can see this one, we've got an Amazon box, Amazon Prime. I'm an Amazon Prime customer. You should be too, free shipping, it's awesome. Then we have this box that came in. So I actually ordered velvet hangers. So this box, so this is an FBA fulfilled order. So when you order on Amazon, shoppers have 2 options, sellers have 2 options. They can use fulfillment by Amazon, or they can use what's called fulfillment by merchant, FBM. If it's fulfillment by merchant, that means that the merchant, if you're running on Amazon, is deciding that I'm going to separately handle shipping and handling with my account. So that means any shipping and handling costs are not charged by Amazon. They pass those. So for example, if your product's $20, Amazon will take their 15% or whatever, but everything else you get. If, however, you're using FBA, Amazon will then pay also the shipping out of the costs that you have with them, unless it's Prime and over a certain price. So there's 2 different options, but then you can use it. It's not always just boxes. It's always sometimes.
This is another one of those FBA. So it was shipped and stored by Amazon. They're the ones that did all the packing. And for this product, they just put into a simple bubble wrap package. And so it doesn't have to be fancy the way it comes. They took care of this. So Amazon decides, they know your product, whether a box is the right thing, and you don't pay for that box. You know, there's a set fee for them sending this stuff out, but they'll decide what the right kind of packaging is to make sure that it gets to the customers efficiently and safely.
All right. So if you have any questions, that's what I forgot to do. I'm sorry. If you have any questions about the keyword stuff that we put in there, maybe you could look, Mike, on. I just want to double check. Hi from Brazil, Namibia, Chile. Awesome. Good to have you guys here.
So we do have one question right here.
Where is Matt? We take turns. You like Matt better, right? Yeah.
So someone's saying that and I can't find the name on here, that Amazon fees are very expensive. There is Kimberly Harris Murray says to list your items after you sell them, Amazon fees are very, very expensive. I got to disagree with that.
Yeah, totally.
The cost for having Amazon actually list your product. It's flat 15% off the top they'll take for listing it. And then to have them take care of storing your products, picking them, packing them, and shipping them usually is anywhere between like $2.40 up to $5. To do that yourself is not only expensive as well, it's time intensive and labor intensive. You can't scale your business if you're trying to ship everything. The cost, and I've looked around, like we're to the point where we are considering trying to find other companies who ship it out. But even though I've done that, Amazon still has the best service, the best rates, and best turnaround. And all you need to do is make sure that two things. One, you pick the right product so there's still plenty of a profit margin, and you use Amazon's FBA and factor that into your pricing. Every other seller out there has the exact same cost as you do. So if you're not making money off that, you probably haven't picked the right product, or you're not shipping the right way. And there's lots of things we teach you in the course to make sure that doesn't happen.
So, sorry, that was a great answer, but I'm just looking at that person games. Matt is handsome. Yes, Matt is very handsome, but I'm sorry, Matt is not on this call right now. You'll have to come back a little bit later and Matt will be available. That's awesome. So Cosmic Affairs said something here I think is perfect. The fact that Amazon has the platform for you to even start with is worth the fee. So you got to respect that. Like if you try to do this on your own, if you try to build a website, so first of all, you're going to be paying for whatever platform you want to sell on regardless. You're going to have to pay for hosting. I can't talk right now. You're going to have to pay for all this traffic, everything. You're going to have to set up trust. People aren't going to know you from a hole in the ground. They're not going to trust to buy from you. 15%, you get to tap into all of that, this effortless platform that has same-day shipping availability, takes all these credit card payments, allows all these sorts of types of things, has all this built-in customer support, gets hundreds of millions of searches a month, is the fastest growing like online presence ever. It is not expensive. You've got to look at like you're looking at it with it's like the glass half empty versus half full. Like this is an opportunity to pay only 15% to tap into Amazon. That is so valuable. You can't even compare it.
We do have another question here, and it's a good question. Michael Petron says, the cost for storage during Q4, so the fourth quarter, is more expensive. Do you think if we are in ASM8, we'll be able to get product ready for the fourth quarter? I mean, we're always upfront and honest. It's gonna be very, very difficult to get a product ready for Christmas. We're not gonna tell you, if you join now, you'll have a product up and selling in 2 weeks. There are ways you could. We've had people who fast-track products and got them up in 3 to 4 weeks. It's not an impossibility, but the way that we looked at this, the way we timed everything, a lot of people, a lot of sellers, I used to be one of them, run out of products over the holidays. It's just something you always think you have enough. You don't. You sell out of everything. Come January, half the sellers are completely out of inventory. And so our goal is to make sure that you have your products picked, designed, imported, if you're getting imported, listed, and ready to go when all these other sellers don't have any inventory, and you jumpstart the year with a great business making a ton of sales. So hopefully that's being completely upfront and honest with you guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a business you're building, yeah. Absolutely. So I just wanted to show this. Charity Watch video says, will Amazon pay associate commissions for promoting your own product? That's actually something we never even talked about. Amazon has this huge affiliate network, meaning that there's people that sign up. I used to actually do this, that promote Amazon offers, because they have this ability to be able to join the associate affiliate program. You can then put links to different products on Amazon, and you'll earn they start at about 4%. All of those commissions are taken out of your 15%. So it's not like Amazon charges you more if affiliates make sales. So that's the other advantage of paying 15%. You get to tap into that as well too. When you start getting your product selling, when up and running, you can contact like big influencers and say, hey, use your Amazon affiliate link, recommend my product. I'll give you some products to give away to your list. It's a great product. They get your product. You have a good product. They write a great review about it. They're able to make money because promoting Amazon, they're able to make money. Like there's so many other advantages.
That's an awesome
strategy.
Don't
tell everybody.
No, that really, it's an amazing strategy. It is, but that great.
Oh, wait. We didn't have a name yet. Did we? Yes, we did.
Yeah,
yes.
We did.
So we're getting greedy out here. This person's saying, what about giving away another Amazon gift card?
What time is it?
It's only 20.
No, we got to wait a little
10 more minutes. 10 more. Well, maybe a little bit more. So I'm going to open this up so you're experiencing firsthand what I'm doing here. So I have no idea. I've never looked at this product before. Safety. Always cut away from yourself. Safety 101. Yes. So then Amazon, and it's funny, sometimes Amazon will send you a huge box and there'll be a little wee parcel in it, you know? But so this is all there is. So right away, I have some great advice for this person, but let's look. So yeah, that's it. That's, whoa! That was so, and really like looking at it, I see nothing else. The only branding on this simple product right here is that sticker right there.
That's it.
That's it. There's no imprints. There's no nothing else. So I'm actually really, there you go. Oh man, you've never looked at it. Yeah. So yeah. And this says made in the USA. Interesting. All right, cool. So there you have one garbage can.
But I mean,
we're going to talk more about that because I see a load of opportunities to make this much better selling.
But even without those opportunities, you found it and bought it without hesitating. They put very little effort into, little to no effort into packaging this product or branding this product, and they still got someone to buy it.
This product is 100% not as nice as I thought. I'm sorry if it's your product. It looked like it was a little bit fancier looking. I mean, it's nice. It's a garbage can. How nice is it supposed to be? But I just see so many opportunities. But this just shows you the power of images. So that's a very good thing to learn right there is when you have those good, crisp images, it helps people make decisions. Because then people look at it and say, okay, I can see that product being mine. If it would have been a bad, poor quality image, I would have never bought that.
You know, one of the great images they had that probably kind of put you over the edge was in use. You could see it in scale. They showed it in the corner, nice carpet.
The garbage can image that put me over the edge.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting into his mind here. Let's see the second image. Yeah. Show that one. Right
oh, it's the rug. You know, it's the rug. It's just like, wait a sec. I've seen that rug before.
Well, look, nice hardwood floor. It shows you the scale of that. That is a good image. It really is.
It's a lifestyle image, so that you get the idea of looking at it in your own world. All right, cool. So yeah, this one now. So this one, so the one thing I wanted to notice, so when we talk about bulky and we talk about heavy and everything, so overall, like if you look at the size of that box, so what you've got to think, like the cool thing is, you know, if all of a sudden you're having to fill a container with all of this and you're only selling these for $12, that's a lot of size and space to take up in a shipping container to be able to get, like, especially if you're buying from overseas. So that's going to add a lot of unnecessary costs. Now, I'm not saying it's not worthwhile. We're going to talk about this. I don't really think this is a worthwhile product, but it's a product I wanted to buy. It doesn't mean that it always has to be. But this is just really big for going to add a lot of extra costs, but it's just the way it is. So if you could get a smaller parcel, you know, imagine if it was half the size of that, you'd be able to fit twice as many products for saving a lot of money. Does that make sense? How I said that?
Yeah, you know what I would do? We have a couple of products that you could stack them all together and ship them.
Well, how many?
Like 50. All right.
Oh yeah, you know, and I mean, I can't believe this would cost more than $1 to make.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's just plastic. Yeah, but we're gonna get into that in a minute.
Well, I don't know. That's good.
So then that's actually a really good idea. So yeah, when we're talking about how to make the product opportunities better, very cool. So this one, it's not an Amazon box. So there's a little bit of branding on the box. It says Zober, perfect home, dorm, office, laundry room. Open it up. It's got stuff. So it's coming across like at least it's packaged nicely. Everything's individual. There's nothing. I don't see any inserts or anything. And they've got it conveniently packaged in units of, I would say, probably 10, or if there's 50. There's convenient packages of a few of them in a bundle. Yeah, so that's it.
So they have 12 and a half in each one of these bags,
12
right?
and a half, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know how they did that. It's kind of magical.
It's magical. So wow, I'm seeing a lot of opportunities to improve this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but you know, there are finally guidelines. They have suffocation warnings on here.
Oh, good point.
Things that we talk about in the course, making sure that you don't get into any trouble. They actually have it in a lot of different languages, so which is kind of cool. I bet this company's selling in multiple markets right away. These are not, you know, I had not even thought about using velvet hangers until Mr. Fancy dresser over here kind of turned me on to them. Yeah. But
I don't like plastic hangers because they break. You want the steel hanger. It's an infomercial right now. But then the velvet looks nicer and it doesn't slip off. So there you go. So did you want to share your?
Yeah, you know, I'll share these for you. So first off, I've been traveling a lot lately, and one of the things I realized I needed was a new. It's called the Dot bag, DOPP bag. I have no idea what that term means. I just know that I was taught that many years ago. That's what a bathroom bag is. And so this product came in this packaging. And just like Jason said, there was nothing in here at all. So here it is.
Up now. Somehow I see.
Oh, that's okay. So
I got those ones.
yeah, you know what? Want to do a quick search for bathroom DOP bag. And while you're doing that, I'm going to show this.
Bathroom what?
DOPP.
Oh, it doesn't come up.
DOPP. DOP kit. We'll try that one right there.
That looks like a bathroom mop kit.
Try DOP bag. DOPP, just bag right there.
I've never heard the word DOP.
I know.
You know, this is not recommended to search to optimize for the word DOP.
DOPP. Just try DOP bag. Let's see what happens there. No bathroom or anything on it.
No, I'm doing bathroom.
No, don't do bathroom.
I'm doing it.
There.
Oh, look at that.
There we go. Okay. All right. I'm not as crazy as I think I am.
There you go. So how about DOP? Well, there you go. Leather DOP, Herschel DOP. So bathroom DOP isn't even recommended.
No, I know. So I don't know what I'm thinking, but this is a DOP bag. You can use it for your toiletry items. It's a nice one.
Oh, don't eat it.
Oh, no.
Don't eat that salt.
So
don't eat that salt.
hey, good thing we have a trash can up here.
Oh.
But nothing came with it. There's no insert. And we'll talk about inserts later on in case you don't know what those are. But it's a very simple product. Now, even though the packaging was very simple, they do have a really nice branding on. You can't see this, but it's iBlue is the brand. IBOUE. They're branding on the outside. They're branding on the inside as well. It's a really nice, well-made, nice bag. And I definitely needed it because, when I'm traveling, I need to put my toothbrush and shampoo, even though I don't need as much as I used to. They all go in here. And now the other product I wanted to show you before we actually go through some opportunities was a product I've been using for several months now, and it's this backpack. So I noticed that everyone but me had a really cool travel backpack.
Everybody but you still has a really cool backpack.
And so when I got this, I was a little upset because neither Matt, Rich, nor Jason complimented me on my new travel backpack, but I like it a lot.
I like it too, and it actually goes very nicely.
And I didn't even realize that when I got it, but it actually does match. And so I did a search for leather travel backpack, and this was one of the ones. It did not come up in like the first page of search results. I did some research on reviews. I actually went through and, from a consumer perspective, reviews are important. I went through and read people's comments on these. I needed one that could fit at least a laptop and also a few notebooks and some other items in it, like chargers and an iPad. And some of them I kept seeing reviews that, this bag is too small. The straps come undone. The zippers don't work. And so I finally came and found this one, and I love it. I really do like this one. So they did a very good job of showing me good images and also convincing me with their customers providing really good reviews on it.
Very cool. Is this the bag that you actually have?
No, it's iBlue one. So let's see if we can go down and get to it. Rustic, not the rustic woman one. That is not.
But you said, let's try a different word here. You said DOP
bag. There we go.
I just want to try to right there, Amazon choice. Okay, cool. 180. So, okay, good. That's good to bring that up so that we can review that later.
And then if you want to, we can always pull up this one as well too. So
sure, mine as well.
So travel backpack for manly men.
Travel. I'm just looking to see it. Yeah, right down there. Travel backpack.
Yeah, so it is pretty popular. And this is Vashi is the actual one. You may not find this one.
Vashi.
Now, I got this several months ago.
We had some Red Bulls before we went online.
I wish that I would have kept them, but this did come with a product insert. And one of the funny things is that the insert had all kinds of grammar errors on it. So I don't think that the company selling this is necessarily native English speaking.
What's the brand name?
It is Vashi, VASCHY. There's a C in there also. There we go. But you're seeing several of them there.
So interesting. So did you mean, okay, so that one right there, Vashi. All right. So
you scroll down, we'll probably come up with something.
So isn't that it right there? Just a different color?
Yeah, that's it. Because I got the
because you got the least popular.
This one right here. got the lace pop. You see what I got to put up with around here? It's the, can you click on this one right here? Because this isn't a touchscreen, I don't think.
No.
There we go. There is my backpack. So hopefully.
So yeah, we'll talk about this part too. That's a great listing. So very cool.
It is. And we'll talk about the reviews. That's what put me over on this one. I actually am one of those customers. I don't normally look at all the reviews. This one I did because I had very specific needs. And you will have customers who really want specific things. So you want to try to speak to them as well.
Very cool. All right, buddy, let's do one more right now. We might do another one after that, but let's get some more social activity going here. So we're going to give away another $100. If you remember the old SCTV days in 3D. So we're going to give the $100 Amazon gift card, and we are going to be doing that. We're going to put a 2-minute countdown timer on here. Maybe not. I will be. So Vanna, will you tell them about how this is going to work?
So here's how it's going to work. We want as many people as possible to see this. So if you could share this live video with as many people as you can, then what we'll do after this timer goes down from 2 minutes, we will pick one. Actually, Rich Henderson will pick one random winner, and you will get a $100 Amazon gift card sent to you electronically. So only 2 minutes. If you won it before, if you shared it before, please share it again, and then you'll still be eligible to win. And I did see a comment on here I wanted to address real quick.
Sure.
While we're waiting for this. Someone had mentioned, I didn't get the first part of this video, just opened up on Facebook. Anna Dino said that. Don't worry, this is being recorded automatically. It will show up as soon as this video is over. Takes about a minute, minute and a half. Facebook will upload the entire live session so you can watch us from the beginning. And believe me, you don't want to miss the beginning. It was unbelievably, incredibly exciting.
It was action, adventure.
Yeah,
it might have been a laser beam, might not have been.
You'll want to bring your friends and family over to watch this.
Yes.
All right, so yeah, just got another minute or so left on here.
Why don't we just do a minute and 18 of silence? No? Okay.
No, okay.
No, okay. So a couple questions. Actually, I want to answer a couple things here. So for instance, does ASM cover that? Yeah, we cover that in detail about training. So we will make sure, like, there is nothing we don't cover. Like, the whole idea here is we want to make sure from start to finish, we're making the assumption, first of all, we're making the assumption that you've never done this kind of business before. So the whole idea is we're going to bring you in and show you step by step. But we're also making the assumption that some of you are going to join, have already got a product up on Amazon, and you just want to improve it. So we cover both gamuts. Everything we walk you through when the module opens, it's very step by step. We cover everything. And if we don't cover something and it's something we should be covering that you bring up, we'll start covering it. Like the idea is we don't want you to have to guess. We want to make it as simple as possible for you to follow the system. And we will talk about inserts more, but yes, we provide training on that.
All right, so Rich is finding us a winner. We get some feedback, by the way. We know it's not always easy to see what we're showing on the screen. Some of the details aren't showing up. So I have an idea. Why don't we put all 4 links in a comment below this here? That way you can go on Amazon and see these products yourself. So I will be commenting on here right now.
That is a fantastic idea, Michael.
Excellent. There we go, and boom.
Excellent. So we need to do that on YouTube.
All right,
too.
so let's get the winner here,
Okay,
Mr.
cool.
Rich Henderson. He is closing his eyes. He is spinning the Rich Henderson randomator tool, picking out our next winner.
And
Typing. This is exciting, isn't it?
So I want to remind you guys that to watch this video, this is explains everything. But also underneath, if you didn't notice already, because we did update this page, we added descriptions about what the offer is, the 4 components. I always like to call it the 5 components because it's the online 8 weekly online web but plus you also get those live coaching calls, which is very powerful. We talk about all the different components on here. You learn about the mentor program, the private exclusive community. So if you haven't checked out already, go watch the video. Make sure you watch those testimonials at the end. Beautiful, beautiful stories. And you know what I love about this picture right here, she's so pretty. This is one of our mentors now. So this is the type of quality of people we have in the program that are going to be sitting there helping you each day. When you need help, you can count on them to be on the community, sharing with you, telling you, encouraging you, giving you feedback, all of those kind of things. You want to click on the Take the Next Step. Doors close tonight at 12 p.m. Pacific. Well, actually at 11:59. p.m. Pacific. So tonight, midnight Pacific time, the doors are closing. You're going to want to get in before that. When you click on take the next step, that's going to bring you to the secure registration page. If you have any problems on this page whatsoever, you'll see the call number up top, the live chat. It also gives you an explanation of everything you get with the Amazing Selling Machine. And if you have any problems whatsoever, please either click the need help, the live chat, or the phone number, because we want to make sure that you get signed up before the close date. So do we got a name?
All right, we have a winner here, and we have people from all over the world. You know, I mean, we have members from over 100 different countries that are a part of the Amazing Selling Machine, selling on Amazon, and this winner might be one of them. I don't know. So it's a Yuguani Peace Chimdindu. You are the winner of the $100 Amazon gift card.
Say that name again.
Yuguani Peace Chimdindu.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Awesome.
That was
There's
awesome.
nothing else you need to do. We will be messaging you directly with instructions on getting your $100 Amazon gift card. So
cool.
Congratulations. And we still have one.
Yeah, okay. We'll give away one more. We're going to give away one more.
He was going to try to be cheap and not give
Well,
away.
my pocket was getting itchy for it. I love shopping on Amazon. All right, well, now is we're going to go through how we would make these products better. So if these were things that, oh, wait, you know what we'll talk about first? How much money these products are making.
Yeah.
Because that was really astounding. We'll talk, you know, I'm terrible at keeping secrets. It's funny. My wife said, like, she doesn't like to tell me things that we're going to surprise the kids with, because I'm like, I want to tell them. So we said the one making $180,000 a month, that's the hangers. These people are crushing it. They are right now, if we go to their listing, #1 bestseller. If we scroll down here all the way down and we talk about BSR. So right here, yesterday we saw we learned a new motion, by the way. Michael behind the scenes here showed me if you're on a Mac and you double click like that, ooh, magic. Zoom in. Oh, my timing was terrible there. Sorry, guys. All right, so they're 117 in home and kitchen. Yesterday when we saw them, they're like 40. Like, so they were like in the top 100. We estimate like they're making minimum of like 150 grand a month. And like, I know for a fact, and we're going to actually bring up on Alibaba about finding these, like, these are pretty simple products. The cool thing is, like, when we talk about getting reviews, you want a product that does what the customer expects. You know, these either work or they don't work. Like, they're a hanger. Like, what can go wrong? There's no technical help. Like, as long as you're putting a good quality product together, something that's simple. I know I take these out, I hang them, I hang clothes on them, done. I get it. It's not hard to get reviews. So if people get them, they say, oh, the product's great, they looks great. Yeah, I'll write a review of this because I'm pleased that everything's so good. There's so many of them. But the one thing that I didn't like about this product when I got it, first of all, is that, you know, if you're buying stuff for in the home, when you think about if you're buying stuff, whether it be in the home, in the kitchen, in the garage, or anything, usually you're not just buying one thing. And usually you want to be able to buy more things. And one of the things you really want to do is that someone's selling on Amazon is you want to engage with your audience. Because Amazon wants to engage with your audience. So one thing, and this is something actually we haven't really hit on, we used to talk a lot more about, but I guess we just forgot. Amazon is extremely strict, and extremely strict in one area. And what is that area?
They're extremely strict in
taking care of customers. Wait, yeah, we didn't rehearse.
I was trying to find our winner here.
Customer support, like they have metrics. Like if you don't get back to customers within 24 hours, they don't like that. They want you to take good care of their customers because they're building a brand. They want to engage with those customers. They want them coming back, but you want to engage with those customers too. Because if they like your product here, why don't you find out what else they want to buy? Why don't you find out what other products you can sell them? You know, and so you want to engage with them. So if right away, if I receive this, like nowhere did it give me anything to engage with the product. More or less, I got the box. You know, it's like, this is even an odd shaped box. It's not one of the square ones. Like I'd probably keep that one over this one. I'll throw the box away and there's nothing in here to make me do anything else. Like there's no, you know, tag on here saying, you know, save 20%. You know, maybe I would want to buy more of them. You know, maybe I'm thinking, you know what, there's 50, but if I can save 20%, man, I'll buy more. There's no go to our website, you know, learn closet organizing secrets. There's something right there. Like watch our video series, free video series, and be entered to win, you know, a free closet makeover or something like that. Like there's so many things you could do so that when I open this product right away, it's like, you know, the person's like, they're buying velvet hangers. Like someone that actually doesn't care about like their closet, they're not going to like try to buy nicer looking like hangers. They're just going to go buy like the plastic flimsy ones, or they'll just, you know, I don't know.
Like me.
Yeah, exactly. Or use the, just keep good and dry cleaning. Never mind. I'm going nowhere with this. So my point here is that you're supposed, you know, you want something that engages with the audience and gets it so that they want to take action right away. It doesn't matter the type of product. You got to think, that's why we talk about brand building. You're targeting an audience. You're targeting, your brand represents some kind of like conversation in the person's head. And when they think of it, you know, when you think of Coca-Cola, what do you think of?
I think of refreshing drink and polar bears.
And polar bears, exactly. So the idea, like no matter what brand, you want it to symbolize a market, and that market are the different types of products you can sell. So if you make it so that there's, and that's what we talk about in insert, you know, especially with something like this, you could just have on one of them a little piece of paper with a string to one of the hangers. Very easy to have it in there. And the cool thing when it's like that, if you have it in such a way that I have to take a moment to undo it, and you have this big picture on there, get free closet makeover, or something that really grabs my eyes, you're not going to get everyone, but like if you could get 5 to 10% of your audience saying, oh, I want to do this, now they're going to engage with you. When you have an audience, when you have customers that are engaging with you, they're more likely to buy from you. So you need to start the conversation. You need to be in charge of pulling them away from Amazon and paying attention to you directly. I don't know if you have anything.
No, you know, we get the question, you know, I'm just selling a hanger, or I'm just selling a trash can. I don't have anything I could give to my customers that's going to be interesting. That's never the case.
Never.
There's always something. That person is not ever, or is never going to buy just one thing on Amazon. Amazon shoppers typically buy multiple times a year, if not a month. There is something you can always give them. There's always value you can provide to them.
100%.
By the way, I did look up our member who won. He is from Enugu, Nigeria, just showing that we do have members from all over the world watching this video. That's awesome. I love how far our reach we can get with all this.
Right. So I don't know if you have any other, I mean, I like their packaging. I like how they separated, like instead of getting them all loose, because once they are out, they're kind of, you know, I like that, oh, I don't need this many right away, kind of put them away. Mike, do not put this over your head.
Oh, it's children's warning. I understand completely.
So good. I have nothing else to add. Do you on that one?
No, that's
okay,
great.
Cool. So good job with the product. We are going to have some critiques for your listing very shortly, but for right now, I think we're good. Actually.
You know, it also shows that you don't have to have a very sexy product to make a real large sum of money on Amazon. Almost $200,000 a month just selling hangers. So it's, you know, you don't really have to be passionate about your product.
Yeah, and let me show you this. This is so we'll go to Alibaba. Velvet hangers. And I'll leave 22,000. Let me even click all these filters. Still almost 4,000 people with velvet hangers in here. And so if I go in here, I want to make sure they're just velvet. So hopefully you're seeing what I'm doing. I know it's probably hard. So what I did, let me scroll in a little bit.
And so if you haven't seen all of our training videos yet, Jason's on a site called Alibaba.com. It is a one-stop shop for people in our business looking to get any product out there in the entire world.
And these are the perfect kind of products that you want to use Alibaba for, because they're just simple products where it's really hard to, you know, for a lot of my products, we get them sourced from China. You can get them from all over. We tried from Pakistan, a lot of different countries where you can get products. But regardless, this is a great source for getting products like this. And what I did is I just went in product, because I know I was looking for velvet hanger. I typed in velvet hangers. Let me scroll out a little bit. And then in the supplier types of products, there's 3 choices where you can do trade assurance, gold supplier, and assessor supplier. It just gives you more qualifications. We've talked about these in other videos. You can learn about them by clicking on them. And then I also went over here to product features, and it said material, and I checked velvet. I love that zoom feature. That's just so nice. And so then now I still have, like with all of that, I got 1,800 products that I can search for, lots and lots of them. So, you know, I see velvet hangers right here. 11 cents to 30 cents a piece. And these look like, it's a good option. Yep, velvet hangers. So lots of opportunity there.
And so what do these sell for, Jason? Around $20 or so?
Let's bring that listing back up. So they are selling, that's the other thing. So they're selling for $23. And so we just saw that, so they're probably making, I don't know, about $7 profit. And so if they're selling, they're making a fortune. So they're 50,000 plus profit per month.
Yeah,
pure profit.
Exactly.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy, just from one product.
By the way, when we shared the link for all 4 of the products under this video, I also put in the estimated revenue numbers too. So if you're curious how much each one of these is making, it's in that post. You'll see it from me under the video.
Cool. So let's talk about the wastebasket one, just some quick ways I would make that better. So first of all, this is to show you that how easy it is to get certain products. So there's no branding on it whatsoever. There's no imprint. There's nothing they have on here. All they have is this sticker. So that's all they did. So they went to Guaranteed. They just went to Alibaba, this one actually says made in the USA. So I'm not sure about that one, but all you have to do is find a manufacturer and you just say, hey, I want to start selling it. And this is actually a perfect way to get started. So if you were into this industry, you would just label it. That's all you would do, is you would just put your sticker on it, start selling it, see if it takes off. Once it starts taking off, then you say, okay, now I want to get a little bit fancier. Like you might get hot pressed your label, your brand name underneath. What I would also do, and you see a lot of times they have this, I would have one of those easily removable stickers on here. Something that has a really good offer on there, some way to get them to want to engage with you. Again, even though you think it's just a garbage can, it doesn't matter. Like people that are buying a bathroom garbage can, like if they were garbage can liners, there's a perfect element. Like get your free package of 50 garbage can liners, by going to this website. Like it's like, I need garbage that fit this perfectly, the perfect size garbage bags for this. I mean, there's an easy upsell right there, something you could do down the road. What else you got?
I like just selling all kinds of products. Clearly, someone's looking for the bathroom, and the bathroom may be one of the smallest rooms, but you need the most things for it. There's, toilet paper holders. There's the cleaner for the toilet. There's all kinds. There's the shower racks that we store your shampoos. There are so many different ways you could grow your brand, all by starting out with a product that probably costs $1 to make.
Yeah. So in reality, though, this isn't a product that we would recommend. This doesn't sell that well. I figure we said about $3,000 a month. Yeah. So not too bad, but it's a complimentary product. And the thing is, it's only being sold for $12. There's not a lot of room for profit. It's a little too big to be sold for that much because the amount you have to pay in shipping and handling. Mind you, because this person, if this might be the manufacturer doing it, and if they're manufacturing it relatively cheaply, maybe they can afford it more. But I definitely wouldn't recommend a product like that. The thing is, though, this is for $12, this is pretty decent. It's just a stamp. There's nothing fancy about it. You could get fancier, but just an example. All right, so now let's talk about your product.
Yeah, so the first thing I noticed when I bought this product, the DOP bag, DOPP, was that it's a little small. When I travel a lot, I need a lot of hair products and things like that, curlers, blow dryer, maybe a straightener or two, and it's not really going to fit inside this bag. And what I didn't do, which I did with the other product, the backpack, I didn't really research the reviews. And if I would have looked at the reviews after buying this one, I would have seen that was the #1 customer complaint. So I think the #1 thing they could have done is probably make it bigger, or actually, if it's not that big, put it in the description. Let us know that it's a small one for compact, for traveling, for shorter trips.
So isn't that interesting? So that again is proof as to why the imagery, they show all different angles. You could actually, we can do, but it's a good looking, high quality looking product. So that the picture probably sold you a lot.
It did. Yeah. But what would have maybe sold me or unsold me if they would have showed it filled with products. I could have seen exactly how much would fit in here. Maybe that's why I choose not to put it up there.
Yeah.
Then for the backpack, this one actually, there's always rooms to improve things. But I'm going to first start off with the things that they did really well. The zippers are really high quality. I remember reading those in reviews that this is a product that's not going to fall apart. This only cost me $50. I don't know what it was. They're probably a little less than, $45. Again, they did some really awesome features. These are magnetic clasps, so that I don't want to waste time when I'm trying to get it on a plane. They automatically connect. They're probably the biggest feature of this that they can improve it is make it waterproof. I have noticed times when I travel with it, I'm getting a little bit of rain. It seems to soak through a little bit. So that's one thing they can easily do. Maybe make it a coated wax on the outside, and then also a little bit of padding on the back. I noticed some of the comments were that it's not the most comfortable to carry around. And now that I've been wearing it, maybe I'm thinking of it all the time. It can get a little uncomfortable if you're running through an airport with a backpack, full of laptops.
If that was something I wanted to sell on Amazon, what would you recommend the research be? Would you recommend on Alibaba?
Absolutely. So as a matter of fact, when you become a seller on Amazon, it's pretty natural when you're buying products that you start looking these products up on Alibaba so you can see all the different features that are available.
So would we do a backpack?
I would have done a travel backpack.
Travel, that's what he would have done. That's what I would do.
Oh, good. They'll correct it hopefully.
I spelt it Canadian. There you go, travel.
There we go. So that normally, I can't see this. It's a penguin backpack, and of course, normally I would.
There you go.
But this is where you go and start finding the prices on these backpacks are all over the place. I don't sell backpacks. I've researched backpacks. In my office at home, I have 4 or 5 different tactical backpacks that I thought were really cool. The problem is they're really expensive to make. This one though, they go all over the place. Like Jason, if you can scroll, show me the one at the top. This one right here, this rucksack backpack, if you can zoom in on that, you can buy these for $3.80 to $4.50. That's dirt cheap. Then other ones that are out there, you can spend almost $40 from the manufacturer. So this is definitely one of those products that product research and supplier research would be key, because you need to make sure that you can actually make a profit off of these. And if you pick the wrong one, you pick the wrong supplier, you could end up breaking even maybe at best. But there's some for what, 89 cents for those down there. Yeah. Even these good looking ones down here, $2 or $3, which it's kind of crazy to think a product that I paid $46 for was actually around $4 or $5 to make. Yeah,
there's some good looking bags here for relatively cheap. So yeah, that's very cool. Yeah. So $6 to $8, yeah.
So if they were able to make this, let's say it's even $10 by the time they get it shipped in, they have a really good profit margin as well. They're probably making $15 to $20 on each one of these on Amazon. So you start making that kind of profit, you don't have to do any really large numbers on these. You can, I'm happy to sell 10 to 20 products a day where I'm making a $20 profit. That's awesome. Very little effort, very little customer needs or service, because you're just not selling that amount, but you're making a lot of money on each one.
Absolutely. Yep. Okay, so we went through the products. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go through the product listing and give us our feedback on how, if we wanted to sell these products, how we would improve the listing. We also have another $100 Amazon gift card we're going to give away, but we're not going to give away that right this moment. But first of all, I want to remind everyone about what we're here for. So as you know, the doors to the Amazing Selling Machine have been closed, or as you might not have known, they've been closed for 6 months. We opened them last Wednesday. They're closing tonight at midnight Pacific time. We don't know when we'll open them again. 6 to 8 months, most likely, but we're not sure. The big thing that we know right now is that once we close the doors tonight, our focus comes on the students. We have to make sure our job at that point is to get our students the most insane results possible, like you can see here with Angie Chacon. So we want to be able to focus on that. So if you can't get in today, I'm sorry. But please, 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 the big thing here is you've seen the stores. If you come to this page, if you go to asmnow.com and you go over here and you click on member results, you don't need any more member results proof. Like, how much more proof do we have to show you that it's changed the lives of countless amount of people? We see all these incredible videos. We see all these incredible success stories. I mean, actual video proof. It's not like little pictures with people's words on it that you don't know. These are people that are not actors. They're real life people that are giving their time to give these testimonials and share, because this has made such an impact on their life. Check those out for yourself. They're beautiful, beautiful stories. And then make sure you go to asmnow.com, or again, you could just go to the amazingsoundmachine.com. Easier to type in asmnow.com though. So that's why we made that for you. And then what you're going to do is you can watch the video, scroll down, read about the opportunity, learn about the products. We've got the 8-week modules. We've got with the with the live coaching calls. The big thing is, once the 8 weeks are done, you have access to them forever. It's not like all of a sudden, boom, support's gone. No, we're there for you continually. We drip them out one module at a time because we want to make sure you don't get ahead of yourself, because getting ahead of yourself is where a lot of mistakes happen. So all of our support is focused on one topic at a time, covered in each module. At the end of the module, we do the live coaching call so that you can make sure that there's no questions left unanswered. We have everything covered. So tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central is when module 1 opens up. If you can't be there right at 9 o'clock, that's okay. All the training in there, which is just recently updated, 40% of it has been updated, will be ready for you, and it's going to have videos, training PDFs, the mentors, the community, all that stuff waiting for you. Any questions, you're going to want to dive in right away. We also have this badge system where we want you to earn badges. We want you to show the world the progress you're making, and it really helps make it fun for you. We call it gamification. Work doesn't have to be, doing this kind of stuff doesn't have to be boring. It can be fun. It can, make a game out of it, make a serious game out of it. But by doing this, it really helps you have targets to set for, little goals to go for. Like when you have your first inventory order, you get your inventory in, you get your first sale, you get your top keyword ranking, all these things. And it helps you say, okay, what's my next step? Well, what's the next badge I can earn? The next badge is to get my inventory badge. What do I have to do to get my inventory? It really helps you keep focused and really get to it. We have obviously the community where you get lifetime access to that, where you can go in anytime, get motivation, inspiration, but also get answers to your technical questions and be made aware of new things coming around. We often have students come in there and say, hey, I think Amazon just updated something. And so boom, we know about it well before other people would know about it, because we have so many people sharing in that community. On top of that, we've got the private resource vault, which is built up of all the resources we use in this business. So you're not sitting there saying, what tools should I use for this? What tools? So we have it organized by topic, but we also have it organized by module. So in module 1, these are all the resources we recommend. Module 2, but also you can go and find them from categories. And I don't know if I missed anything else.
No, you covered everything.
All right, cool.
And we can go over the guarantee and the 6-month promise later on too.
Very cool. So then
we have some questions also.
Sure, if you have some questions, but then I just want to remind people, click get to the next step. That's going to bring you to this secure registration page. If you have any questions whatsoever, the phone number, live chat, need help down here. We want to make sure we help you because the doors close at midnight tonight. So please bet on yourself. I promise you won't regret it. We've got the 30-day money-back guarantee, which is going to be protecting you so that you can be sure when you're in there that we're the real deal. Then on top of that, we've got the 6-month buyback promise. Everything is detailed on asmnow.com. So we hope to see you inside there. We hope to see you tomorrow morning in the first coaching call. Well, actually at noon tomorrow. So at noon tomorrow. So tomorrow, the module releases at 9 a.m., but at noon tomorrow, we're going to be doing, and it'll be inside the community in the membership, our first live coaching call, which will actually just be a welcome call to really help you understand everything, make sure you know exactly where to get started, how everything's going to work, and also share some more cool stories.
We may look a little tired on that call, by the way. We're up all night tonight, so it'll be fun.
We've got a long day ahead of us, but this is fun. All right, you got some questions?
Yeah, so a couple out here. Let me climb up here again. Michelle Turnbow Hall said, I need the waterproof rain cover for my backpack. That's more of a suggestion. I appreciate that. But Susan Campbell Elliott has a good question. What happens if the products don't sell or if the product is returned back for a refund? I'm going to cover the second one first. If a product gets returned back for a refund, Amazon takes care of all that. So you don't have to do anything. They reach out to the customer. Actually, the customer contacts Amazon, not you. You don't even have to do anything. They'll give the customer the exact details on what they need to do to return their product, and they cover all the shipping. You don't pay for that shipping. And so if they've already paid you for it, then they simply deduct that from your next 2 weeks earnings. But it's all happening in the background without you doing a single thing. And refunds, they're a natural part of this business. They take place, but the sales that you make vastly outweigh anything to do with the refunds. And that refund, you're not losing money. That product goes back into your inventory. You just sell it to the next person. So it's not that you lost anything. It's a wash. It's a net. So there's nothing you need to do on it, nothing to worry about. And then what happens if the products don't sell? Well, I mean, that's always the big fear of everyone. You're making an investment in your inventory, and your fear is like, what if I buy all these products and then I can't get rid of them? I can't sell them. I'll tell you what I've seen is that the worst case scenario, most often the worst case scenario is going to be if you find a product that doesn't really sell too well, then you lower the price and you break even. You liquidate it for your cost and then you break even with whatever you actually bought that product for, and you start over with the next product. Now, normally, if you follow our criteria, you're going to find a product that sells. If you follow our guidelines on how to create your product listing and take your images and do your search term research and launch your product, you will have a product that sells. So that's not something you need to be overly worried about as long as you just go through the step-by-step instructions. But if you do all that and it's still not selling as well as you want, I recommend just lowering your price to your break-even price. You'll be much lower than everyone else out there, and then you liquidate it, you break even, then you have all your investment back in inventory, and you start back over. So it's just really not that much fear involved with this.
Absolutely. And so one thing I want to remind people too, if you're watching on YouTube, the link is in the description. If you're watching on Facebook, I believe there's still a link in the description that you can click on that, because people are asking questions that are all answered on these pages. So I just want to make sure everything about the buyback bonus, the guarantee, what's available in the course and everything, make sure you watch the video and read this. And if there's still questions, we're here to answer it. I just want to make sure that you know that there's a resource for you right there.
Another question from Jean Darling. Can I get more detailed information on offering incentives to customers? The closet makeover is an additional expense for new business. We're not saying do a closet makeover for everyone who spends $12 on a trash can. Probably wouldn't be
that was actually the hangers.
The hangers, that's right.
No, what we're talking about is, like, first of all, what you would do is you could create just a PDF. You could go to a site like Upwork.com and say, I want to get an ebook created on how to use it. You show them the type of product you have, a complimentary book that would show them how to best organize their closet, give them some tips for organizing their closet. You could pay $100. If you want to get fancy with images and that, it might cost a little bit more, but you pay one time. You pay one time to get this ebook, and you create this ebook, you put it all together, then you have it, and you say, learn how to do a complete makeover. And then the thing is, you could say you could win one. So if all of a sudden, if you're making $50,000 a month profit, like that product is, you could just sell. What they could win is your next product, which is like maybe a product organizer. So that's what you could say, like your product makeover is going to be that you win this organizer, you win 100 hangers, plus you earn a $50 Amazon gift card for like paint and stuff like that. Like that's what the makeover would be. But of course you would do that within your budget. You wouldn't do that right away. I'm just explaining how that one product could do even better. But there's so many cheap things you could do, especially ebooks and stuff like that, where you can create this content. And in fact, I believe ebooks you can give in the back, like you can give with emails. You can
email that right to a customer as soon as they buy.
So as soon as a customer buys, they get this ebook that says, here's more information about our product, plus here's some tips on how to organize your closet. If you want even more tips, go here to download this ebook, kind of thing. There's a lot of things you can do. I hope that explained it.
Yeah, I think it did. It made it clear for me. We have another question from Michelle Turnbow Hall again. What about competing in different colors? Black is ranked very, very high, but another color may not be. Great question. It's a common question we get. So one of the things we recommend when you're selling a new product, pick the most popular color. Start off with the most popular one. If it's black, pick a black product. Those do tend to sell the most. Black is the most popular product in most products. Start with that. Once you see that the product has traction and it's selling, that's when it's time to go out there and start getting more colors. And we walk you through in the course how to set up what's called a variation. Basically, it's simply your same product on Amazon, and the customer can select between the colors below. And the really cool thing about that is that once you start selling multiple colors, you'll know very quickly which color is the most popular.
And I would say color variations are by far the easiest way. Like if you're a dead set, you say, I want to start with like 4 products. That would be about the way I would tell you to do it, is if you're doing a color variation, because it's all on the same listing. And what you could do is say, okay, I know black hangers are selling the absolute best. Really like to try these 3 colors. Well, then we'll order like black and then 50 of each of the other colors, because you know the primary color of black is going to be the seller, but then you can test. So we did this with some of our products that have color variations, and it's very revealing, because for different markets, different product colors, that people might not realize. But you got to think for, like he said, black is the most popular. If it's selling well, you don't want to just right away come in with a different color to compete. You want to go for the product that's already selling well and then experiment afterwards.
Yeah. We have one product that we thought black was the best-selling color. It's orange. Believe it or not, that's the most popular color. We wouldn't have known that unless we started testing it.
No, never mind.
I think that, hear from Jonah Gasman Scott. How do you add flyers or tips in the box if you're having stuff shipped to Amazon and they're shipping to the customers?
Great question. Yeah.
So it's very easy to do. So even though, I'm going to pull this box out again we have over here. Try to break me. This is the box that Amazon is going to pack your products in. However, so you don't really control this box. They're going to pick the box like Jason said. It may be a huge box for a little product, it may be an envelope. So you don't control what goes in here. However, I will pull the hangers up again. You control your product itself. Like this is the bag that your supplier will put around your hangers. Inside there, you can put anything you want. It can be a flyer with your email address, your company website, your Facebook page, Twitter, Pinterest, just a little note thanking your customers. Anything. If you think of like, hey, we hear Amazon's pretty strict about giving out your website. Well, not on your product. Anything you want to put in with your product, you can, because all the big brands do that. If you ever buy a TV from Amazon, from LG or Sony, believe it, they have their company website in their documentation. They have a warranty registration card in their documentation. And Matt, you are a brand just like Sony. As soon as you start selling, you are a brand like that. You can do those things, put them inside your product, and then Amazon will place that in the box, and then it'll go straight to the customers. And this is the wrong box of hangers. I just realized.
So Amazon wants to make sure that the customer is getting what they ordered, plus that people aren't trying to like spam on their network. So if you have a listing, on Amazon like this, and all of a sudden like the primary image was just this great big website right there, Amazon would take exception to that. But what's ever in the product, Amazon knows, like, of course you're going to have, you have to have your instructions on the product. You have to have like things about your brand. And, at the end of the day, what you need to focus on is are you providing more value to the customer? If you're providing more value to the customer, Amazon's going to be okay with it. Your job is, the reason why customers want to engage with you is because they're saying, whoa, what's in this for me? An advantage. There's something that I can gain out about taking action here. I'm having a better experience with your product. I'm enjoying this purchase process better because not only am I getting your product, I'm getting this additional bonus. So not only does that help you even look better on Amazon, it helps make the end user happier because now they're going to give you a review because not only did they get this, they got this awesome bonus too. So it's all about ensuring that you're getting the customer. Your goal should be making the customer extremely happy. One of the most powerful companies in the world, Apple. If you open up your brand new iPhone and you take the lid off that, you'll hear this. Amazon, Apple, all these big companies designed it that way. It's part of an experience. It's like you get this suction seal of quality knowing that this box is airtight. It's all of these little things that you're trying to delight the customer, and that's your goal. Like, of course, you don't have the Apple budget, but these little things that you can add to the product to just add that much more enjoyment to the end user makes the shopping experience that much better for them, makes them want to know your brand better, makes them want to buy more from you, and it's just this awesome cycle that'll just explode your business.
So good questions keep coming in. Want me to go over a couple more and get to
Sure. So we'll go over a couple more. We'll do one more gift card, and then we're gonna review the listings and call it a call.
All right. So from Rashida Brown, any tips on growing or picking an audience to sell to? That's a great question. So first off, in the product selection part of the entire course, which is all in module 1, Rich Henderson goes over in detail. He talks about picking the right product based on several things, such as things that you're interested in, what you're passionate about, and why those two aren't necessarily the same. And also, if you just want to go for the money and find the right products that will make you the most profit. There is no right or wrong answer there. It's really based on what you want to do, as long as the products meet the criteria. So when we go through that, we will give you ideas on how you go around and look around and find products that might be of interest to you. Because like Jason talked about earlier, if you're interested in a product, you're much more likely to be caring about your customers and really exchanging and interacting with them. And that will show in your listing, it'll show in your customer service, and it'll show in your sales as well. So the one thing I would do is, if you're looking for ideas on how to grow an audience, look for products that you have an interest in, and look for things that you think you can add that if you were buying them, you would want to get yourself as well. And you will be the customer then, and you'll know the things that you want to look for. So that's the best way that I would go as far as looking for an audience to sell your products to.
A couple questions I got here. Can I sell from Morocco? Can I sell on Amazon? I believe Morocco is a country. Absolutely. Most of the countries you can. And even if your country's bank doesn't work with it, we have ways. We use different services like World First and all of that. There's other ones that we use. We'll work with you to make it work. And that's one of the reasons why we offer the 30-day money-back guarantee too. If there's for some reason it will not work for you, you can have a refund. Absolutely. We're not going to keep your money if this isn't going to work for you. So don't worry about that kind of stuff. I see guys from Holland. Hello, I'm going to enjoy this. Can't wait for tomorrow morning. That's awesome. Maybe you can answer this one, Mike. Are people creating multiple Seller Central accounts? Why and when?
No, absolutely not. The goal here is to only create one Seller Central account, because I'll tell you right now, Amazon has a very strict rule about that. Each company should only have one Seller Central account. And if you go out there and try to create two and you're not telling Amazon about it, that can cause you some issues. Now, it doesn't mean you can't do it. What you have to do, let's say, for example, that you want to launch an entire different brand of products and you want to sell it under a different company name, you can do that. And it's as simple as letting Amazon know. You just let them know, say, hey, I was selling hangers before, they're part of my bathroom and kitchen line, but I want to start selling health supplements and I want it to be under a different business. You reach out to Amazon, you let them know. They'll ask you a few basic questions, like 5 or 6 questions, like, why are you doing this? Just let us know why, what kind of products you're selling, what's the new company name? And then usually within 3 to 4 days, they get back and say, okay, that's fine. Now that you let us know, it's okay, but you have to wait for them to give the okay. I have 3 or 4 different seller accounts because of that exact reason. I have different partnerships, different brands. Every time I reach out to Amazon, I ask them, they give me the okay, and then we're good to go.
Yeah, Amazon wants to work with you. And I mean, if you're legit, what they're trying to prevent is they don't want you having 3 different accounts all selling the same product and kind of doing some weird stuff on there. They want to make sure everything's legit. But if there are 3 different brands that are completely separate with different ownerships and everything, meaning like, well, even as just the corporations are different or the LLCs, of course they'll set you up that way. I have multiple seller accounts too for each of my different, like each different company and brand has its own setup. But that's not anything you have to worry about right now. Right now, get a product up and running on Amazon, start making some money, start building your investment in reinvesting in that company, grow that company. And then when you get to the point, if you're like, yay, I want to actually start another brand now, you can do it then, but you're getting way ahead of yourself. But those are all possibilities, absolutely.
So I got another one coming up here. And other point I want to make on that is that there was a time, I would say probably 3-4 years ago, that Amazon was really, really strict with their sellers. And it may have felt at times like they were more for the customers and not so much for the sellers. I can tell you from personal experience, the past 2 years, Amazon has done a 180. They are much more seller friendly. Most of the times, if there's an issue with your account, or before they would have just shut you down, they reach out to you now. They ask you. They're like, hey, we're noticing something going on here. Can you explain this? If you do have issues, they give you to communicate and explain it to them. There's a whole process. And they've also released a lot more tools trying to help sellers like us grow. It used to be they were big vendor centric. These big companies out there selling, millions of dollars a month. They're focusing on them. They are really focused on the third-party sellers, just like you and I, and they're focused on making sure that you're successful. They're giving us the tools to do it. They're much, much more friendly. They communicate much more. They're always asking you, hey, how was your service with reaching out to Amazon today? Did we give you what you need? Do you feel comfortable with Amazon being a seller on there? They really are focused on third-party sellers because we sell over half of the products now on Amazon are sold by people just like you and I. So the opportunity is huge and growing more and more right now. Another question I want to mention real quick, Mike Kaplan, does ASM focus on sales beyond Amazon? Because Amazon is obviously where you get a good jump start, but what about other distribution methods once the brand is gaining strength? Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you this. We do focus primarily on Amazon, and there is a very good reason for it. Out of all the big sellers that we know and we meet and talk with, 90 to 95% of their sales all come from Amazon. We've all went out there. I have my own website that I sell on. Jason does. Several other people have a website. But when you look at the time and the amount of money and effort you put into selling on Amazon versus selling on your own website, there is nothing that gets you the bigger and faster return on your investment than selling on Amazon. It's crazy how easy and fast you can scale up selling on Amazon. That doesn't mean we don't want you at some point down the road to build your own website and look into it and launch other channels. We're just saying right now, if you want to make a lot of money and build your brand and build a business and build your future, start off on Amazon. It is by far the easiest and fastest way to do that.
And in fact, one of the biggest mistakes people make with this whole thing is they start making all this money on Amazon and they think, oh my God, I got to do all this other stuff too. And they lose focus on Amazon. They start to lose sales there while they're focusing on like creating an e-commerce store. And then they realize it's like, okay, that's great. I put all this effort into it, but 90% of my income is coming from Amazon. And I just lost some of that because I took my focus off of it. The big thing is grow your business. That's what scale is about. So to grow a business means you're making more money, but you're also spending more money. So it kind of is linear like this. Scale is like this, where the amount of expenses are not proportional to the amount of revenue you come. There's so many ways to scale just using Amazon that you would want to make sure before you ever look at doing any of those other things. And it's not saying that you don't create a website. We recommend, in fact, that you create a brand website so that there's information about you online. Because when someone's shopping for your product, they might say, oh, I want to see what else is being said off of Amazon. So you want some content there. But you don't want to focus on this big e-commerce store. Focus on like getting a few brands, not just a few brands, sorry, get one brand with a few products up there. Really get your systems in place. Start hiring out so that you got customer support, so that you can start focusing more on the marketing side. Make sure you sit there and say, until you can say, I have 80% of everything leveraged on Amazon, then start toying with the idea of having like a flushed out e-commerce store. But don't jump ahead of yourself. Don't sit there, oh, if I'm selling like this on Amazon, I should get on Jet or I should get on Walmart. No, you shouldn't. What you should do is make sure you've maxed out your sales on Amazon, then start looking at those other platforms, because those other platforms pale in comparison. Amazon is actually, Walmart was actually a joke up until just recently. They've started improving it a little bit, but my sales on Walmart are nowhere near my sales on Amazon.com. They're just a fraction of it, and that's because Amazon.com is the platform. It has 40% of the market share, meaning 40% of all e-commerce transactions in the United States are happening on Amazon. Like, that's insane. Why would you want to go anywhere else? That means that of all the 60%, Walmart, Target, all those e-commerce stores, they have to fight for those remaining scraps. Amazon has everything else. It's incredible. We need to give away one more, but I'm going to try. Let me be creative here. So not only, so if you're on YouTube, you have to like the video, but also comment where you're from. Hi from. If you're on Facebook, you have to share, and then should we make them comment where they're from. But also, as a bonus, if you are an ASM member, say I am an ASM member, and if you're not, say no, but I want to join. Just so that we get it good. But we are going to put 2 minutes on the countdown. So this one's quick, so get in there and start putting those comments on now. Gonna hit refresh. So let's give them a little push. It's a great little free tool. e.ggtimer.com. What a great little resource. Thanks for letting us use this free resource. So you've got 2 minutes on the clock to be able to get this. You have to either on Facebook or on YouTube like and comment from where you're from, and on Facebook you have to share and comment where you're from. And on Facebook, if you want to like the post too, of course, actually give it a heart, please.
You know that Rich Henderson tried to tell me we have a winner already, and I know we don't. For some reason, he said Seymour Butts is the winner. I think you're trying to pull one over on me, Mr. Henderson. You're not going to pull it. I'm not going to say that word on this call.
So lots of people look. We got Detroit, we got Glendora, California, Miami, Las Vegas, Czech Republic, Philadelphia, Bulgaria, Croatia, sunny Las Vegas. Sunny Los Angeles. I'm sorry, big thing. Montreal, Canada. Go Canada. Don't go Habs though. I like the Leafs, but we won't go there. South Africa, Indiana. So awesome. Thank you for being here. So we've got 1 more minute. So what we're going to be doing next, you guys are so inspirational. I'm in from the UK. Thank you very much. Phoenix, Arizona, Steve Roberts. I'm currently living in Scottsdale, Arizona. Absolutely love it there. Sunshine every day. It's awesome. France, Edmonton, Alberta. Great to have you here. The Oilers. No Leafs comment. That's right. No Leafs comments. So we've got 33 seconds. Do some call outs, and then we're going to go and dig into these listeners.
Chevy Chavert from Chicago. I lived there for 3 years. Susan Vetrone from Ohio. Kaw Koo from Washington. We have Kevin Witt from Portland, Oregon. Kevin Witt, also from ASM. Oh, Kevin Popovich, an ASM Fiver from Florida. And then someone from Trinidad, Rashida Brown. Awesome. Wow, they just keep coming in too. I can't even keep up with all these on here. This is amazing. And John, last one, John Gasman Scott, fall is beautiful in Utah.
Awesome. Perfect timing. Here we go. Mr. Rich Henderson, countdown drummer.
All right.
I can't roll my R's, so I suck at doing that.
He's closing his eyes, pointing at the screen right now. And the winner is Stan McCurdy.
There we go. Stan McCurdy, congratulations. We will be reaching out to you. You won our last $100 Amazon gift card. We've given away 3 of them. Now we are going to lead into the optimization of the listings. We're going to look at those products and give you some tips on how we would better optimize those. So here we go. So time has expired. So let's first of all look at the wastebasket. So first thing that I see off of this is, and I apologize, we did give you the links earlier. If you can't see it, I wish we could go in a little bit more. But when you look at the Amazon listing, you'll see on the side here, this is where Amazon allows you to have up to 9 images. And here's what we call the lifestyle images that you want to put. So their very first image is actually great. It's what actually got me to buy the product because it's clearly defined. I could see it. I thought for 12 bucks, I'm going to get that. You want a nice white background. But the other thing is you want to add more lifestyle. So this is great because this, this shows you it being used. But why not show it used in different places? Show it used in a kid's room. Show it used in an adult room. Like pick different rooms in the house so that they could see, okay, I could see this being used in different areas. This could also be shown being used in an office. It's nice. It's like a nice straight dark color. So to help people so they're not just thinking, oh, this is only a bathroom garbage can. No, you could have this in your office. The other thing that I'm noticing right away is really like, could you not come up with a couple more keywords? Like their title is just M Design Waste Basket Trash Can Rectangular Slate. I don't even like reading it. It's boring. There's so many keywords that we showed you. We showed you that, bathroom garbage can was huge. They should have that in there. They could have this waste basket trash can, rectangular slate, perfect for the bathroom, office, or bedroom. Just those 3 words right there would lift it up in all of those lists, and I guarantee you would start getting this more sales. Guarantee it. The other thing, here's the bullets. So this is, great compact, made of durable plastic. Well, what does that mean? I'm trying to get that to word. Made of durable plastic. Remember, you want to talk about benefits here, not features. It's made of durable plastic. What does that mean? What it means is like you could kick it, it won't break, it's long lasting. You want to talk about what the feature is for me, what the benefit for me is. Why does putting the word made of durable plastic mean? Well, it means that this will last you a lifetime, can get kicked around, will look good for years. All of those kind of things. You don't want to just put made of plastic. Great for bathrooms or kitchens. Like you want to get to them, say, this inexpensive slate colored garbage can looks wonderful in your bathroom and your office. It'll bring a whole level of design to your living experience versus just an ordinary garbage can. Like make it so that the user is like having an experience when they're reading it, that they're being able to visualize and emotionally connect. And I know I'm only talking about a garbage can here. I mean, I realize that, and that's the point, is sell it. They need to know why when they're on this page, why should I buy your product? I don't need to know what a garbage can is. I don't need to know that. I already know what that is. If I wanted to know more about garbage cans, I'd probably Google it. I want to buy a garbage can, so you need to tell me why to buy your garbage can. The next thing, the price. So the price on this one, so here's a really interesting thing, which I'm glad you brought up, Mike, because initially I'm saying, I don't know if I would do this product. But the cool thing is this is actually a light product. So as Mike's right, you can have a 2-pack or like a 4-pack. So I don't even know how those ones are doing. I don't suspect that this product's still doing well at all, but let's see the 2-pack. 34,000. So they're selling just as much as the 2-pack as the 1-pack. So they might be doing a little bit better than we thought, but still probably not very good. But that's a good way that I would increase the product to be able to get a better price, because really $12, it's hard to make money on $12. It's hard to put anything extra in your marketing or anything like that. So it's not to say garbage cans aren't a good option, just maybe this garbage can isn't the right option.
And to Jason's point about, whether garbage cans are a good option or not, I just checked, and there's another garbage can, small garbage can for the bathrooms. It's doing $120,000 of sales a month.
Wow.
So the potential's there. It just might not be with this particular one.
Yep. So we've talked about frequently bought together. So this is something to know down the road. So this is what we mean when we say that Amazon is telling you the competitive intelligence. So perfectly, like, you know, if someone's buying this product, they're telling you they're buying this bathroom mat and they're buying these towels. Well, if I was selling this product, I can tell you right now, if Amazon's telling me this, these products would be the products I'm looking to source next, because Amazon's telling you they sell well together. You can put an insert in here saying, get this slate color matching rug for 10% off. Here's the coupon code to use. Like, there's so many little ways you could leverage that to sell each one of these. Let's see what else we have here. Go quickly. Horrible product description. I almost went right over it. It's like, this is an area you want for more keywords. And again, sell this garbage can to me. Make it so that I want to buy yours because you're showing me all the benefits. And I think that's about it for this one. I don't know if there's much more details I can get into. I got decent reviews, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Definitely this would be the things that you'd want to read. It arrived with scratches on it. Yeah, mine has a couple scratches on it too.
And simply by putting a plastic bag around that in that box, it would have, cost a dime. It would have saved.
Actually, that's true. That plastic, even that sticky stuff that they put on that they'd have to take out, because when you get something new, that's a really good point. And those are little ways you can make it even more expensive. So you can add the feature, scratch resistant coating. You'll get this with scratch free. We guarantee it. Because if right away we're seeing the great reviews are, it's like came with a bunch of scratches. Well, hey, look at this other garbage can. It's guaranteeing you it won't come with scratches. So that's why you want to look at the reviews. Let's move on to another product here. Let's look at the hanger. So this is a really good listing. Again, this is the product that's selling. We figured how much? About 150 minimum grand a month.
That's crazy. Actually, 180.
180 grand a month. You can see it's #1 bestseller. If you look at the images over here, their lifestyle, they've got a bunch of them. They show like hanger in different clothes. They show different versions of the images. So I think that's pretty cool. They've done a good job. So you can see like a lifestyle. It's showing you how to use it. I like, to me, like they could have done, I guess that's what they're showing. I mean, I would actually have it set up personally, and I would rent a house, like I would rent an Airbnb, and I would have one that has a nice living room, or someone that that has a nice bedroom, and I would have like a nice shot of a beautiful room with these. I'm finding this kind of makes it look a little cheaper. It makes it look a little store-bought. There's an easy way to make the images better. Actually have like, because people, if all of a sudden you see that this is a hanger that like wealthy homes use, and you can get it for 20 bucks. Well, why wouldn't I want it? That's just showing you that it's higher quality. The title looks pretty good. We got nothing really. I don't know what the best keywords are on here. I kind of feel like, swivel hook, ultra thin. It looks like they've got some good keywords in there. They've got the different packs. I'm not crazy about their description, their bullet points here. It's 50 attractive black. So one of the tips that we recommend people do is kind of put the benefit in bold, so in capitalized letters, and then talk about what that benefit is behind it, so that people know, like, beautiful, fashionable, attractive hangers. I would have that 50 beautiful, fashionable, attractive, long-lasting hangers. And then I would have in the smaller printing kind of explaining that. Did that make sense?
Yeah, it did. Some of the other stuff is pretty good though. Like I read this line down here, the shoulder line on the black velvet hangers is contoured to help preserve clothes shape and features precisely cut notches for keeping straps in place. They've done some good copy on here.
Well, they're selling very well. And I'm just trying to show you that a product that's selling really well, some tips on how you could actually do a little better. So they've done very well. Again, frequently bought together. So you're seeing these other different types of hangers. It's Amazon's telling you what are some different products you could sell if you're in the hanger market. Well, those are them right there. Also, customers who bought this item also bought You can do clips, lots of different things. They have, they're using what we call, I'm drawing a blank here, Mike, what's this called? Enhanced brand content.
Enhanced brand, EBC.
Yeah. And so maybe explain what that is.
So this is something that Amazon's recently allowed sellers like us to do. 6 months ago, you could not do this, but basically the only thing you had access to was just text on your product description. You put some bullet points in there and break it out, maybe bold things. But that was about it. And all the big vendors out there had access to a completely different system where they could have these images and graphics and also these charts showing your products compared to other products. Well, now they've released something called enhanced brand content. And once you get access to that, you can do all kinds of things that make your products jump out. You get images, you can highlight certain things about it, you can put more lifestyle images down there. You can actually compare your product with your other products and cross-sell them with other of your products as well. And they have templates. It's not like these are really hard to do. They give you these pre-made templates. You just go in there and put in your own pictures, your own words, and it'll automatically create that page for you. It gets reviewed by Amazon within a couple of days. And we've seen conversions go up by maybe 50%. So if you were doing 10%, you can expect maybe 15% in conversions. That's how often people visit your product and end up buying. It's definitely another example of Amazon wanting us to be successful by giving these tools only available to the big brands. Now for all of us sellers, we can have access to this as well.
One thing I wanted to show you too is, a lot of times, remember, we've all had this when we hear stories about this, that first negative review. When you get that first 3-star review, also it's like, well, hang on a second here. That's actually not bad. Look at this product. So we have a product that's making like $1 million a year in sales easily, just this one product, and its top review is a 3-star, decent but not great. So at the real time, you got to remember, if you have a great product, 100% of everybody is probably not going to think it's a 5 out of 5 because they just might have been thinking it was something different. Maybe they thought it should have been a little thicker. Maybe they thought the black was more of a charcoal gray. There could be anything. Maybe they were just in a bad mood that day. It doesn't really matter. You're going to get someone that's going to have a critical eye and give you some bad feedback. The thing is, the customer, when it comes to this stuff, within reason, they want to see that it's real. If all you saw that this is just all one, I love it, there's never anything negative, I would look at that with a little bit of a suspicious eye. Because there's got to be something about this product. Even Apple, they get duds. Samsung, they get duds. Like all these high-end, expensive products have bad issues, and it just happens sometimes. It's beyond, you just can't go without it once you're selling a lot. So the reality is, it just makes it look more realistic. Great reviews on it. Overall, ooh, I like it. But another 3-star, at the end of the day too, it's like if you have a good product, you're gonna have good reviews. Let's do one more here. We'll do your, you wanna do this one or the other one?
Let's do the dot kit, because the first thing I noticed right away was, and again, you can't see this, I'll let you drive if you don't mind, but sure. Under the other images over here, the only thing they're doing is they're continually showing the exact same product, just turned around at a different angle. That doesn't really tell me very much. If I'm really showing this product, I want to see a lifestyle, maybe some guy getting on a plane and packing his suitcase, or have it filled with the products that they're using. But they do have the one good one I do like is showing the different colors you can get this in. That's a really good one, because if someone's looking for this product and they don't want that one, you can easily send them to one of your other colors that they might want. But
yeah, I'm looking at this and it's like, well, this is doing nothing for me. Is it that big? Can I put Mike's head in there? You have no idea. Show a reference, have toothpaste and stuff.
Or at least your hand or something, anything in there to give you some kind of size reference. So there's lots of image enhancement they can do very easily. You can even do these pictures yourself. I know the first picture is really the most important. You definitely want that with a white background, very crisp and sharp. But some of the lifestyle ones, I've seen some products selling crazy numbers with just real pictures of their kids using the product or they themselves using it. You don't have to go out and get a professional photographer for all these pictures. No way. Another thing I do notice is they are Amazon's choice for this search term. It's kind of hard to see that, but something Amazon has released this past year is that they go out there and they look at what customers are searching for, and then they look at what's the most common product they end up buying. And that is now gets this awesome banner called Amazon's Choice. So when people look for a dot bag,
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. You can see at the top, you have it right there, Amazon's Choice. They have done some good marketing and focusing on that keyword. They know this is the keyword that they're really converting for and doing well with. Amazon rewards you and puts this banner on your product, so when people are searching, they're more likely to see it. It's going to jump out. So one of the good things about their listing is they're doing the back end, you're not seeing it. They're focusing on the keyword that they know their product is really converting for in order to get more and more sales. It's that cyclical effect. They do some nice things in their bullet points. So where Jason was talking about how the other ones were very simple, they actually have some check marks right here. That is one thing you can do. It does make me guide my eyes down to those bullet points. It makes me want to read them. They also have, they're talking a little bit, not quite the way you said, still not really talking about the features and the benefits, but they are saying quality material, and then it reads on after that. They have some nice ad copy. Stitching is clean and the inner seams are wrapped. But again, they're not really hitting the main things like forgetting your products while traveling again, or small size fits into your suitcases very easily, or perfect for carrying any kind of bathroom toiletry products. They're not really talking about what you want to use this for, which is one of the main things that I would update on this. And I don't even know what their description shows at the bottom. Okay, so this might be one of the reasons they're doing well. They have a really nice enhanced product description. Now look at that right there. Again, it's deceiving on the size of this. When I almost looks like
that looks huge to me.
It looks like a duffel bag, but it's a great image. You got a really nice wooden floor it's on. You have a little box, a crate that it's on. They have all three colors. They have their logo right there, the little branding in the upper right-hand corner. This is a great selling picture. That's probably one of the reasons that kind of caught my eye when I went to buy it. And then again, they have other pictures. Again, nothing. Finally, here we go. They finally are showing something at the very, very bottom. I would not have put this picture,
Yeah, and if you look at it, those are those little travel things. So it does kind of show you, but it's smart. They've got the travel. Yeah.
So they're doing something there with showing what I wanted. But I first off would have made a better picture. This is really small, not very high quality, and I would have put it at the very top, because the one thing I wanted to know was, what can I fit in this thing? Large capacity, slightly misleading.
So they're doing about 4,000, which isn't too bad. So they're selling. The only problem is they're selling, but they don't have. They're pretty low price, not a lot of profit margin. And let's look at their reviews. Decent reviews. Yeah, 4.5. Yep, 4.6. So cool. So again, you're gonna always see bad reviews in there. When that first happens to you, again, just look at those. Again, let's talk about real quick about your reason why. One of the things when we always ask people. So last night when I had a call, we had 3 guests, and I asked them each not to repeat what the other person said to add on it. But at the end of the day, what everyone agrees on is it's your reason why. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to succeed at this? Why do you want to join ASM? For me, when I was able to quit my job, the reason I did it is because I had a family at home that I was barely getting to spend time with. I had 3 weeks vacation. I wasn't going to be able to get another week for quite a few more years, 4 weeks vacation. I worked my butt off. I was working 10 to 12 hours a day. I hated in the winters having to clean my car out, shovel the driveway, warm the car up, drive to work freezing. I needed freedom from that. I knew that there had to be better ways. I remember as a young kid walking through the airplane, going through first class, and seeing all those people sitting in first class, and me looking at my mom and dad. My mom was a hairdresser. My dad was a truck driver. They worked their butts off. And I'm like, you work so hard. Why can't you be sitting up here? And it's we can't afford it. It's I knew I wanted something different in my life. And when I saw these opportunities and I knew it, there had to be a better way. And it's not about not working hard. We work harder than most people I know. You have to work hard, but it's fun work because it's work you get to do. It's work you get to do wherever you want. We can travel the world. As long as we have an internet connection, we're good. That's all that we need. We can travel the world. We can choose our hours and say, no, this morning I want to sleep until 10. I might not work today. You can't do that all the time. I'm not going to lie to you and say every day. You obviously need to work your business if you want to grow it, but the rewards are so incredible. And the confidence you get from being able to create something that creates an income, for all of a sudden you realize it's I'm not at the mercy of anybody. I'm not at the mercy of any human on this planet, because I can make my own money. I can do things that will generate income to be able to allow me to do other things. And it's not about making money. It's about achieving freedom. It's about using money as a tool to achieve those things, whether it's helping other people out, traveling the world, spending time with your family, building things with a foundation, anything like that. This is how you do it. Working for somebody else. I worked for people for 10 years before I quit my job. And it was finally when the CEO of our company banned all bonuses, got a $7.5 million gain, stock options that year. All of a sudden I was like, what? We're working our butt off, and all of a sudden all we're doing is to make you more money. And it was like, I wanted to work to make me more money so that I could do the things that I wanted in life. Figure those things out for yourself, and this is the tool to help you get there, the Amazing Selling Machine. We've been closed for 6 months. We just opened last Wednesday. We closed tonight at midnight. So you have, let's go to that page. How many hours do we have? We have 10 hours and 12 minutes left until this closes. You want to join. And so maybe you could go over again what it is you get when you join the Amazing. So how much it costs, what you get, and what our whole goal is with when you join the Amazing Selling Machine, what your end result is.
Yeah, so here's what you get. First, you're going to get the 8 weeks of online web classes. These are recorded videos that you can watch anytime you want. We open them up once a week. So every Friday at 9 a.m. Central, you get the first module, all the videos released for that module. You can watch them anytime. So you don't have to worry about being there live for it. We just open them up at that time. And when you're home from work or over the weekend or the next week, or if you have to go away on a trip for vacation, they'll be waiting for you to get back. You get 8 weeks of training, and we open those up each week successively. And in that training, you get product selection, you get supplier selection, you get building your brand, you get creating all your shipping, and also finding a freight forwarder. You get the perfect product page creation. All these suggestions that Jason has went over for increasing the looks and conversions of these product pages, we go over that in the course, how to make your product and your pictures look as good as possible. We also show you how to launch that product, how to scale that product, and get to the top of rankings on Amazon. Then we show you some advanced traffic techniques. So that most people, there are dead simple traffic methods inside of Amazon. We show you to get those, and then we take it to the next step. We show you to get traffic outside of Amazon, and some very, very affordable and effective traffic strategies that most people don't even know about. And then we also talk about scaling and automating your business. So that, like Jason talked about, you don't want to just trade your current job right now and get another job that you hate and you're just working on. We want to make sure that once you've built your business and you're finally getting the income that you want, you have a way of automating this business and scaling it so it's not going to take you 10 hours a day, 60 hours a week. We want to make sure that you can build this to whatever you want to do with as quickly and as efficiently as possible so you have freedom. The end goal here is to be successful with freedom, whatever your definition of freedom is. So that's what you get in the 8-week web classes. Now, after that, we also have a community that is by far and away the most helpful, incredible, inspiring community I've ever been a part of. So if you ever have a question about any of the trading or anything related to your Amazon business, go into the community and ask your question. And within a matter of moments, you'll not only have several members answering, responding, and helping you out, you also have the mentors that are in there helping you as well, answering your questions. And speaking of the mentors, that's the third part of what you get also with Amazing Selling Machine. We have mentors that are living and breathing this business. They've been doing it for years. And on average, they've made at least $1 million. And I know we have several that are doing between $3 and $5 million a year on Amazon. So these just aren't people that go out there and take courses and like teaching and training people. They actually live and breathe this business. They have their own businesses that they run, but they give their time freely because they love helping. They love going out there and helping everyone every day and trying to make other people be as successful as possible. It's an incredible community, and the mentors are just another piece on top of it that is probably one of the most valuable parts of the whole program.
Oh, yes.
And then the fourth component is the private resource vault. We talked about it earlier. If you didn't see it, this is our personal black book, our contact list, our Rolodex of all the different services and tools and people that we've come across over the years that we've personally used, or people we know have personally used and had really good results with. We just don't go out there and Google search and try to find good services out there that some people talked about. We only include services and tools that we personally know people have used and got good results with. So it can be product photographers, maybe videographers, people that can actually do lifestyle images and videos for you. We also have a list of freight forwarders. Jason and I share the exact same freight forwarder that we use, that we've built up a rapport. And I can tell you, they give Amazing Selling Machine customers the top level of service. They know that when you contact them, they know where you're coming from, and they take great care of you. And it doesn't matter if you're living in the United States or if you're living in Australia or New Zealand, they work with everyone all over the world. And that's just one tiny example of the type of context you'll get in the private resource vault. And then the 4.5 or fifth component, we always wonder if there's 4 or 5. We have weekly coaching calls. These are live coaching calls so that when you're done watching all the videos, we're going to hop on a live call with you every Thursday and go over any questions that you have. We'll first start off with all the questions that we've seen come up over the week. The mentors, myself and Rich, Matt and Jason, we pay attention. We watch the community. We know what questions people are asking. We keep track of them, and then we address them right away during the weekly coaching call. And then it's opened up for you. So if you haven't seen an answer to a question you have, we'll address it right there live on the call. So we go over everything to make sure that there are no questions left unanswered. And if you can't make the live coaching call, don't worry, it's recorded. Within an hour, it's downloaded. We put it back up in the community. You can watch it any point in time you want to. The next week, the following week, we leave it in there. If you want to go back and watch a coaching call, it's there. And then oftentimes, we're going to bring in people that are successful sellers. They're not paid instructors. They're not mentors. They're people they're just running this business. That's all they do. We bring them in because if there's a particular topic, like let's say freight forwarding, we're going to bring someone in whose specialty is freight forwarding. They've had a really good experience with it. They know the ins and outs of it. We'll bring them in as a guest. That way, you're not only going to hear from us as instructors, you're going to hear from someone who lives and breathes this business, and they're the experts on the topic of that week. We do that all the time, bring them in. I also know that we're doing, doesn't have all the details because we're kind of putting it together yet, but we're going to bring in special guests all throughout the week, all throughout the course. So we may just randomly have a live session where we have a special guest who wants to come in and talk, and we're going to throw them into the community. We'll let you know about it, and then you'll have another chance to ask questions from other people who have made their own dreams come true through this business. We really try to cover everything possible to make sure that there's as much of a chance as possible for you to be successful and have freedom, that there's a little chance that nothing will go wrong. And if it does go wrong, we're there to help you out.
Yeah, there's a great question here that really relates to what you're saying just about getting started with Amazon and the benefits we have. One of the reasons why we love Amazon is because this question here, is there an Rika is saying ASM 8 members from Michigan. First of all, thank you for being here. Glad you're here. Is there an existing reliable company that handles customer relations that we can hire? Or do we have to create one from scratch? So the cool thing is because of using FBA, 99% of all of your issues are handled. You will only get very few, like unless you have a horrible product, which of course we don't teach you to do, you will have very few people contacting you. And the reality is even like selling brands, like if you have an hour's worth of customer support a day when you are established, that's a lot.
Yeah.
You know, like it just isn't, there isn't that much conversation going on. The shipping is handled by Amazon. It's all top quality. You make sure your products are good. Everything's handled. The one things that you will occasionally get people that have a question about the product or maybe didn't receive their product when promised or anything like that because maybe they put in the wrong address. Like they might contact you about that, but mostly they'll pretty much contact Amazon directly for that kind of stuff. So you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, it happens in such a slow process. Because we recommend you getting to know the business first, we recommend you handle customer support. 15 minutes in the morning when you're getting started, you just make sure there's no customer support issues. You make sure Amazon has there's no red flags or anything in your account where Amazon's saying, hey, we noticed this, you might want to pay attention to this. You always want to respond to Amazon. So that's one important thing. Like if Amazon is communicating to you there's a reason, respond to it. And the big thing is just make sure customers are getting responded to in 24 hours and make sure you're responding to Amazon and make sure you have inventory in stock. Really with those 3 things, that's all you have to check every day. What I recommend people do also is just look at their listing, make sure there's nothing off about their listing, make sure that the reviews, there's no negative reviews. If there's any reviews, comment on them, do a couple minor other things, look at your feedback, but that's really it. Your maintenance is mainly checking that you have inventory. Other than that, you've got a few things you check, and then you can focus on growing and scaling your business beside that. So don't worry about that.
Jason, what he was just talking about, we actually have a performance checklist. So once you're up and selling, we give you our performance checklist so that you know every day, every week, every month what you need to log in and check. And it doesn't take hardly any time at all, maybe an hour to go through everything and cover it all. But we're going to get it right to you so you know what to do.
Very cool. So we are pretty much at the 2-hour mark. We're going to be closing this call off again. ASMnow.com. Go there right now. You're going to land on this page. You've got 10 hours. The doors are closing in 10 hours. Please, 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 we ask you to bet on yourself, join. You know, actually, talking about bet on yourself, let me see if I can show this real quick just for some fun. So when you join the membership, you're going to log into the membership. And so one of the first things you're going to do is you're going to be earning a badge. You can see all these badges. But I just wanted to show you here. So just in October so far, you see Sean has earned the 50,000 revenue badge.
Can you make that bigger, maybe?
Oh, probably can. No, I want people to squint. There. So it's almost mobile now. There you go. The top badge earners, you know, just in October alone, you know, you'll be able to see all these people that are earning these badges, 50K, 25K, 10K, 5K. These are members right in the community right now from previous ASMs that are earning these badges. You know, get in there, get your piece of the pie. Everything's built to get you the best results possible. We promise to give you the best support possible. The doors close at midnight tonight. Please, please join us. Thank you very much for being here. We really appreciate it. And say some closing remarks.
Yeah, so first off, we can't go. Chevy Chavert from Chicago is saying, please, 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 you can't go. Start over. You guys got 200 people right now and thousands of viewers. We'd love to stick around. We really would. But Facebook actually has a limit to how long you can go on the live. What I can say is this. If you really want to see more of what we're doing right here, join us. If then tomorrow we're going to open up the course. You guys will get into the training. We're going to go into much more detail about finding your products. You literally tomorrow, if you go in and watch the training, you can have a very good idea of what your 3 potential products could be. They're going to make you tens of thousands of dollars a month on Amazon. All tomorrow, if you're really going to go through all the training, start looking through things. We're that close to you being able to join and build your own business. We'd love to see you in there. We'd love to see you successful, posting comments. We'd love to see your badges showing up. When Jason was going up, the first 3 names that I saw were all ASM 7 members. That means these are people who only went live a few months ago, and they're already getting their 10, 25, $50,000 sales badge. Don't get me wrong, not everyone will get that right away. They're moving really fast.
You see proof right there. That's right in there. You'll be able to find those members. It's all about that community. Like, this is the real deal, I promise.
All right, so we hope to see you tomorrow. Course opens tomorrow at 9 o'clock, but tonight, midnight Pacific time is your very last opportunity to get in before we close the doors and focus on all of our awesome new ASM 8 members. And then tomorrow at noon Central, we'll see you on our first live coaching call and welcome call, and I can't wait to see all of you there.
Take care, everyone.